This meeting is being recorded.
Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to 1.25 Kubernetes release burn down meeting on Monday. Today we are at week 11, Monday, 1st August 2022. This meeting is as usual under the CNCF Code of Conduct, which could be summarized up to please be nice and respectful to each other. And I have linked the meeting notes into the chat, so please feel free to register attendees. And we'll see if there is any open discussion today. If no, let's move to the team updates. Enhancements. Priyanka, if
Hey,
you're here. Hi.
hey hey everyone. So our current status is red. We have 23 fully tracked. I believe 30 are still at risk. Um, Also, I've sent out an invite for Code Freeze Party for August 2, 18 Pacific time. Um, Please let me know if you have not received the invitation. Um, Also, there are 3 open exception requests which are awaiting decisions. So two of them we already have a Slack thread running, and one of them, thanks to Ray, I just got to know about that. So maybe I'll go ahead and create a thread. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And hope everyone, I guess everyone is still busy with code freeze and hope they can make it. And we'll look forward to more exception requests maybe later. Any question for enhancements?
Yeah, just wondering why it's red. Is it just because a lot of them are untracked at the moment or at risk?
Yeah, a lot of them are at risk, and there are a lot of I would say like couple of exception requests also waiting. So that way it's red. But we have reached out to all kept honors, um, and we are reaching out, following up with them again. So that way we are good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think it's pretty normal for most of the enhancements to be at risk at this time in the release.
Yes, from the experience from last couple cycles, looks like people like merging a lot in the last couple days of code freeze. So hopefully they could make it. And any other questions for enhancements?
No, just a few comments. Yeah, just for those who aren't familiar with the code freeze party, that takes place at the start of code freeze. We do that so that there's not one person kicking an enhancement out of a release or taking enhancement out. So we kind of do it as a team. So there's multiple people involved in that process, or who can agree upon like if enhancement should be untracked for 125. So it just want to give a little context to that.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, Ray. Any other questions for enhancements? If no, let's move to CI signal. Arsh, if you are in the meeting. Or anyone from CI signal want to give an update? If no, I'll just read through. Looks like someone already updated the notes. And the status for CI signal now is yellow. We have one falling test for master blocking, and it's been tracked in the issue linked below. And I saw a few discussion happening in CI signal channel as well. So we have people on that. And for master informing, we have 2 filling jobs. The issue also created regarding with the fillings. So I guess it's under tracked now. Any questions for CI signal? Yeah, we are preparing for the next beta cut, and it's being postponed 1 day to August 4th, I guess. Yeah, this week. And let's move to bug triage. Hossein, if you're here.
Yes, so currently we are green, so there's no plugging issues or PRs. for the release cards. Beside that, we are reaching the code freeze. So we are reaching out the owners of the pull requests or issues and telling them, yeah, if they are still on the track to get to the 125 milestone. That's our status.
Nice, thank you. Any questions for bug triage? If no, let's move to docs. Carol, if you're here.
Yeah, well, currently we are tracking the pull requests about documentations. It's the current status is green. We open a pull request also to sync. It's in review. It's not merged current. I think that's all from my side.
Thank you so much. And look for more work after code freeze. Any questions for docs? If no, let's move to release notes. Carlos, if you're here. Or if anyone from release notes want to give an update. If no, I'll just read.
We are here. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Our current status is green. We are contacting other SIGs for major teams. We created a GitHub discussion. Also, we have, that is the discussion, and we are contacting right now the other SIGs.
Cool,
also,
thank you.
Sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Also, we are creating a pull request to update the release notes draft for Alpha 3 tag, and we are working in progress with that pull request. That's all. Thanks.
Oh. Yeah, thank you so much for the update. I guess after code freeze, the major theme will be more clear in terms of which enhancement got in and which might missed. Any questions for release notes team? Thanks for adding the link here. And let's move to comms. Kat, if you're here.
Hello. So most of our feature blogs have placeholder PRs ahead of the deadline. There are just a few stragglers. There's one that I think might not get us a placeholder PR, and unfortunately it's an important one, but I am looking for different avenues to bother the assigned owner or find a new owner for it. It's the pod security admission blog. But I'm going to keep hustling on that and find them. And if not, I know who I can get to write it instead. Also, thanks to everybody who reviewed the deprecations and removals blog. There are a couple of things that I have left that I need to add to it now, especially now that the Gluster FS thing has an exception. So that is important enough to mention in that blog. IMO. After the freeze, we will start figuring out which blogs go out when, aiming to get that done, or at least start work on it later this week, since the deadline for getting these PRs in is the 4th. But otherwise, we're all good over on comms. Getting a little bit messy over here, but we're still good.
Cool, thank you so much. And yeah, any questions for comms? If no, let's move to release branch management. Veronica, if you're here.
Veronica's not here. This is Joseph. So
Hi.
For release branch management, we are yellow currently. We're keeping an eye on the CI signal report as we're getting ready to this Thursday cut the 125.0 beta 0. So we do notice that there's a failing test on master blocking. Hopefully it's going to get resolved by Thursday. And then the other thing, obviously, what we just discussed earlier is code freeze is tomorrow. So we will post up that PR in the morning and then release the hold later that day. So then everybody can have a code free party. That's it from us.
That's awesome. Thank you. Any questions for release branch management? If no, let's move to EA, Ray.
Hey, folks, the mid-cycle shadow survey is out. Please fill it out by Friday, August 5th, end of day. I'll probably close it very early Saturday morning. There's a link on the agenda, but you should have, if you're, I sent it to the Release Team Shadows email list, so you should have received it. My second topic is think of succession, and I've reached out to the role leads just recently, and on if for succession for 126, so that's coming around the corner. So before the 125 cycle ends, we start to build out the team for 126.
Yep. Thank you for mentioning that. Any questions for Ray? Cool. If no questions, let's move to the release lead update. I don't have much. The biggest milestone this week would be the code freeze happening tomorrow. We currently already have 3 exception requests received, and we are reviewing each of them on SIG release channel. If you're interested, please participate in the discussion thread. And we're still waiting for some input from SIG leads and chairs. Other than that, I think most of the requests should be good. And also, we are also waiting for the Go 1.19 GA card, which will get in hopefully our beta card. Yeah, that's the currently status. And we'll get more updates tomorrow, hopefully. And we don't have any input from SIG scalability today. Let's see, I believe we don't have anything in the board as well. We didn't use it much, which been talked in the retrospective meeting as well. And we'll figure out if we want to leverage the power of projects later. Yeah, any questions before I end up the recording? If no, I will go ahead and stop the recording.